NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Indianapolis Colts. This will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And early, how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 20-yard line.
Off the play fake, Mariota. Oh, look at that, a diving catch. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Mariota to throw it. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. 8 yards there and a first down.
Yard line.
Running is Jacobs. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a carry for Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. To throw, Mariota. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And here's Rodgers on the return. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. Room here to run. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score Colts 7, Raiders nothing. Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will make it into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they can.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Raekwon McMillan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mariota showed a good move, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He's going to run, but he's got to look. In comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And the Colts pick it up. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Watson going to get this one out wide. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts add on to their lead. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Colts 14. Raiders nothing. Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Lions on the return. The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. From the gun, Mariota. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he brought down by the Colts.
Someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. This is taken at the 23. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. A first down throw for Brissett. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Brissett. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. Dancing to his left. He'll get this one to Pittman. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Good coverage there by Trayvon Mullen.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. The PA team would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. We looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this carries into the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now a play fake here on first down. Forced out to his left. And he's out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Vegas. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Mariota. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit out a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the rookie, his intended target, but it's going to be second down.
At the 35-yard line.
They run it with Jacobs, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Mariota now. The pass complete to Hakeem Butler. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts' 44-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Mariota. And he'll look downfield for Waller. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. It's been a rookie Julian Blackmon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
Now Brissett. Looking for Campbell downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on third down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Here's Mariota. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Daniel Carlson to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way.
They've got his man complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A huge play that time for the Colts. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. That is caught at the 7. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mariota. His throw's going to be incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Mariota. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on, a big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing, Mariota. Reception here by Ruggs. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the Colts' 29-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing is Mariota. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Rolling to his right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Colts take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Second and 9. Brissett looking for Campbell downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Colts add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
On second and 11 now. Mariota. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Mariota. This is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. They'll look to set up his blockers. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A good return there, 17 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
39-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just get...
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And this offense continues to pour it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Colts 42, Raiders 7. Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On second down now, it's Hines. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw is Mariota. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Catch made here by Campbell. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Brissett on first down. The toss here completed to Pittman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
24-yard gain.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. From the red zone now, Brissett to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Campbell making the catch, and all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield.
And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Colts just continue to pour it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On play action, Mariota. Throw left side complete. That's Hines. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Nyheim Hines, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to get this back to within at least some measure here of respectability. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter.
Raiders 14. Daniel Carlson to
following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Rodgers on the return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And the Raiders have got him. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Another try after the 1st down sack. Brissett. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. 1st down, Brissett. Throw there, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. And maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they've been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick 6.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that.
Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. Where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Carlson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
A gain of 3, second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw, Brissett. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. He's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Looking deep for Hilton. That's going to be caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Touchdown,
T.Y. Hilton, 44 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Blankenship out for the point after.
Extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Colts 56, Raiders 21. Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Deep in his own territory, cuts up the football. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
63, Raiders 21. Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Nyheim Hines on the return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Mariota to throw. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And the Colts pick it up. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that will go out of the back of the end zone. Way too much mustard. Not a good punt, and it will come out to the 20. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota looking for his running back, and he's got him. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Raiders are able to eat just a bit into this sizable deficit. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
63, Raiders 28. Daniel Carlson to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Rodgers on the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
On the return, the Colts take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On second down, it's Taylor, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
First and goal, Indianapolis. Today's final score, Colts.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Colts, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.